The world of live performance, with its electric connection between artist and audience, can sometimes blur the boundaries in ways that leave lasting discomfort. Such was the case during a recent concert by R&B sensation Mario, where a female fan's bold and inappropriate action ignited widespread debate on consent, accountability, and the double standards that persist in the entertainment industry. Captured in a now-viral video clip, the incident unfolded on stage at the Masonic Jack White Theater in Detroit, Michigan, on November 22, transforming what should have been a night of harmonious celebration into a moment of stark violation. Mario, the 39-year-old crooner whose velvety voice has captivated listeners for over 2 decades, was in the midst of delivering a soul-stirring rendition, his body swaying to the rhythm, microphone clutched like an extension of his soul. The crowd was alive with energy, a sea of raised hands and adoring faces feeding off his charisma. Then, abruptly, a hand emerged from the front row, a woman's, uninvited and presumptuous, reaching up to rub against his private area in a gesture that was as shocking as it was unwelcome. The touch was not fleeting, it lingered just long enough to shatter the illusion of safety that performers rely on. Mario's voice faltered for a split second, his eyes locking onto the intruder with a mix of disbelief and resolve. He paused his singing, leaning slightly toward the edge of the stage, his expression stern as he issued what appeared to be a direct admonishment. Words couldn't be discerned over the music, but his body language spoke volumes. Shoulders squared, jaw set, a clear boundary being redrawn in real time. Without missing another beat, he resumed his performance, channeling the disruption into fuel for his vocals, his professionalism a shield against the intrusion. The video, grainy yet unmistakable, spread like wildfire across social media platforms, captioned with a simple yet poignant overlay, "When a fan grabs your private area," accompanied by an upset emoji that barely captured the gravity. The poster, reflecting the Detroit crowd's reputation for unfiltered passion, elaborated in the description, "Only on Detroit, Image. What y'all think about this video? Do y'all think she should have consequences for touching him? Is it double standards? If it was a male touching a female, it wouldn't be as forgiving? Is this considered SA? And y'all see her wedding ring? Come on, what y'all think? TikTok going crazy, so I thought I'd post it here. LMK." This call to action struck a nerve, unleashing a torrent of responses that dissected the event from every angle. Online discourse quickly coalesced around themes of consent and equity, with many labeling the act unequivocally as sexual assault, a non-consensual violation that demands repercussions regardless of gender. The backlash was swift and unyielding. One commenter cut straight to the core: "Assault. Period. I'm pressing charges. If it were the other way around, the man would be in jail already." Another echoed the call for immediate intervention: "Definitely SA and out of pocket. Security should have pulled her." The sentiment of accountability resonated deeply, with a third voice asserting, "She should absolutely be charged with SA. Period. Boys will be boys is not acceptable, and neither is this." A recurring thread highlighted the hypocrisy embedded in societal reactions. This is sexual assault. Not okay, and women should be held accountable just as much as men would in such a situation. The visibility of the fan's wedding ring became a focal point of incredulity, amplifying the betrayal of trust, not just toward Mario but within the sanctity of personal commitments. "Had a whole ring on it too, that's wild," one observer quipped, underscoring how the accessory transformed the act from impulsive fandom to a deeper ethical lapse. Mario himself has remained characteristically stoic in the aftermath, choosing not to fuel the fire with public commentary on the incident. Instead, he pivoted to positivity, sharing a glowing recap of the very same Detroit show on his social channels. In a video montage of him serenading the audience, sweat glistening under the lights, he captioned it with exuberant gratitude, "Detroit, you owe me nothing. Thank you. Toronto, see you tonight." This song is Home, off of Mood Swing EP, out now. The post, laced with hashtags and tour promotions, revealed a man undeterred, his focus laser-sharp on the joy of connection rather than the sting of violation. It's a resilience honed over years in the spotlight, where boundary-crossing fans are an occupational hazard, but one he navigates with grace. This tour stop was part of Mario's ongoing Nothing But Us trek, a 20-plus date odyssey across the United States that kicked off earlier in the month in Richmond, Virginia, and is slated to crescendo in Los Angeles at the El Rey Theater next month. The itinerary showcases his evolution as a live performer, blending high-energy anthems with intimate ballads that peel back layers of vulnerability. Songs from his latest release, the Mood Swing EP, take center stage. Tracks like Home, serving as emotional anchors that resonate with fans navigating their own relational tempests. Detroit, with its rich musical heritage from Motown's soulful echoes to contemporary R&B vibrancy, proved a fitting backdrop, even amid the controversy. Mario's setlist likely wove in staples like Let Me Love You, the Neopen smash that catapulted him to fame, alongside fresher cuts that highlight his matured timbre, richer now with life's complexities. Reflecting on Mario's trajectory offers context for why this incident lands with such weight. Mario Duer Barrett, known mononymously as Mario, burst onto the scene as a prodigy, inking his first record deal at the tender age of 14 despite a childhood marred by adversity. Born in Baltimore, he grew up in a household where music was both escape and ambition, his father a singer who recognized his son's gifts early. By 15 he dropped his self-titled debut album, a collection of smooth R&B that climbed charts and earned him a spot opening for Destiny's Child on their world tour, a whirlwind immersion into superstardom. Let Me Love You followed, a Grammy-nominated juggernaut that defined an era, its pleading lyrics and falsetto hooks cementing Mario as a voice of youthful longing. Yet, fame's ascent was jagged. Behind the scenes, label disputes, shelved projects, and personal reckonings tested his mettle.